My name is Jenny. Welcome to my entertainment speech. I'm going to talk about the best ways to avoid awkward expressions. So, do you ever show emotions immediately on your face? And has that ever put you in a situation where you didn't want people to see you laugh or show dislike? It's probably because you're honest, just like me, right? That's why you do that. Well, there are times we don't want to immediately show our emotions on our face. And you can learn this behavior of restraint by practicing both physical techniques, mental, and social strategies. So, from my own personal experience, I actually have to be a grown up for my daughter. She looks up to me and I have to do certain things for her. So, as far as expressions go, I had a situation when she was about 4. Somebody cut me off in traffic. She was in the back seat in her car seat, and they were honking their horn and yelling at me and saying all kinds of mean stuff. And after this happened, it scared me. I turned around and looked at her, and she goes, "Holy!" And I just started laughing. Obviously, I was taken back. She was so little, but because of this incident, it's taught me I need to pause and actually refrain from saying things. It's taught me this mental strategy of having to stop before I react. So it lets you process your thoughts and it keeps you from immediately reacting to something or responding when you do this. But you can also use physical strategies too that can help you pause before you react. So those physical strategies, those basically are going to be things like relaxing your jaw. So you can relax your facial jaw. You can also do things to create like a neutral face so that you know what your neutral face actually looks like. You can also do things like practice in front of the mirror. And then once you start practicing in front of the mirror, you actually can see things where your facial expression may not be what you think it is. And you might be seeing some awkward facial expressions. I know that happens to me far too often. So you can change them by practicing. You can change your face, you can see what you're doing. And then once you do this, you might actually record yourself and take a public speaking class and actually watch those videos back and learn from those too. But there are also social strategies that can help with awkward reactions. And some of those social strategies basically involve mimicking the person around you. So you can copy their facial expressions and match their body language. You can also match their facial expressions and their energy. And that's especially helpful when your daughter makes you scrambled eggs for the first time when she's 3 or 4 and cooking on the stove and gets some eggshells in there and you don't want to crunch down. So you smile back at her and you match her facial expression even though there's eggshells in there. So now that I've shared all these helpful tips, it actually leads me to our conclusion. And with that being said, you should be a pro at being able to avoid these awkward facial expressions at this point. And if you're not, you can do what I do and be a human and just turn around so nobody can see your face. And if that happens, it is what it is. No one will know. Thank you for watching my entertainment speech. I hope you have a great night.